Hello guys, it's me Victoria, and this is my boyfriend David, or as you may know him, Beardo. Um, he's going to ask a question that a lot of guys have that I think can really help you understand women, but I just wanted him to say it so that he can get that perfect male mentality going on.
Okay. So, Victoria, I'm a single guy and, I'm on the dating apps and whatever trying to get dates. And I would like a woman to be interested in going out on a nice date with me, perhaps to dinner, perhaps see a movie, have a good time, then go back to her place or my place and have sex. Let's just say that I'm a good and generous lover, and I know that she's going to have an orgasm. And at the end of it, we just both feel great that we've had a lovely experience, a nice meal, good conversation, and we both had, pleasant, casual sex. We both orgasmed, and then, maybe I just leave. I don't, sleep over. I don't want to feel obligated to call you or text you the next day. We had a good time, and maybe that's the only time we'll ever see each other, or maybe not. Maybe we'll see each other again. But why can't we just have a great night? I mean, doesn't that sound like fun? Great date, good sex. And then, there's just no commitment or expectations around it. We've just both had a great time. What's wrong with that?
It sounds absolutely terrible.
All right, I'm gonna.
Okay. Alright guys, thanks to Beardo for that guest appearance, but now I'm going to go into 13 reasons why no girl likes this idea, and it just strikes fear into the heart of every girl. And if it doesn't, they are extremely advanced and they have incredible game. So the first reason this proposition does not sound as good to women as it does to men is that it is a harsh truth that for women, casual sex is just not as good as it is for men. And that is due to basically most women having the belief and just taking for granted that sex is really centered around male pleasure. Like, this is the vision we get in movies, for example, where, every sex scene, it's like, they embrace, they kiss, they're rolling around in the sheets, he shoves it in her really fast, pushes her against the wall, and then in 2 seconds he's done. Okay, where in real life, this is not enough time for a woman to get fully aroused and to basically have an orgasm. So we have this conception that sex ends when a man orgasms, but that is really leaving so much to be desired from a female perspective. This is a little graph, okay? It's terrible, yeah. But it's basically Masters and Johnson, the famous sex researchers, studied 10,000 people having orgasms. And they saw the typical pattern for men is that very quickly their arousal rises. And then finally it plateaus briefly, and then boom, they come, then they're done. Their arousal quickly goes to what the hell am I doing here, whatever they typically say. Whereas for women, it takes a much longer time, and it's a slow and gradual state of arousal. And you can see they're only just getting started once the man has already come, and then they're going to plateau here, and then they're going to plateau again, and then orgasm, and then they're going to slowly taper down. And this is the way most women get aroused and come, and this is not the way most casual sex encounters work, because, to be honest, men don't know about this, and women also don't know about this and don't really question the male-centric model of sex. So that's the first reason. Casual sex is not really that satisfying for women physically. Alright guys, number 2 reason is just fears for safety, because a lot of you guys have mentioned that women are always obsessed with true crime and what's the deal with that. And I think it's because we have a lot of anxiety and fear around violence from men, and it is truly dangerous. And even, international experts will say this, that you're not supposed to go into a closed environment, like, someone's house and there's no one around. It's just you and another man, or someone's car, or anywhere where it's just you and that person alone. It's a very, very dangerous situation for a woman to be in. And so you're naked, you're vulnerable in bed in an unknown person's house. It's a very scary situation. Women have been killed in these situations, and there's really no way they can fight back. So it's terrifying in a way. And so when women do have casual sex, they're really overcoming a lot of that fear to be there, and they're suppressing that. And they're just saying, hey, what the hell? I'm just going to go for it. But they're scared. And so that's one major deterrent against just, hey, casual sex is fun. Like, for a guy, it is fun because he has nothing to worry about. He's always going to be the strongest person in that room. But for a woman, it's different. And perhaps guys don't always remember that, since they've probably never had that experience. So number 3 reason is that women are raised in a very sex-phobic society, as we all are. But women grow up, even in this day and age, with a fear of being slut-shamed, a fear of being a slut. And hopefully it's getting better, but women are still very inhibited due to that. And so they are scared of casual sex and what that says about them. Number 5 reason that the prospect of casual sex is not as appealing to women as it is to men is that women are usually quite unable to speak up about their desires and what they want in bed, which leads to casual sex being not what they want. They're basically taking what they get from the guy's lead, so they don't know how to say, well, actually, I'm into kitten pet play, so can we do that? Like, hey, I brought my ears and my tail. Or actually, like, I have, I really like really light touch, so can you just do that? And can we talk for, 15 minutes before, so I can really like slowly get in the mood? Like, all these, whatever it is, they're not bringing it up. They're not saying it. Or even just simply, can I touch myself the way I do when I masturbate? Because they're embarrassed in front of you. So it's like all the things that they know are going to make it good for them, that they're into. Or even like some girls on my channel comment, like, how do I get my guy to be more dominant? Maybe they want like the guy to be really dominant, and they know that would turn them on, but they're afraid to ask, to bring it up, because that makes them look like a slut. And so all these things contribute to a new sexual encounter not being that great, because at least with the relationship, you are basically over time, they're slowly drawing it out of you. It's a safe space and stuff. But with someone you don't know, there's that huge fear of being rejected and being judged. So it's even less likely that women are going to take control of the sexual experience and tell you exactly what they want. Their deep, dark, sordid desires that society has demonized for them their entire life. So sadly, this is another reason why casual sex just isn't as good as it could be for women. Another big reason is respect. It's almost offensive to ask a girl for casual sex because, like, well, you don't think I'm worth dating? You don't think I'm worth having a relationship with other girls, who you like? Let's say you might want to commit to them, but with me, you just want to have sex and then leave and never see me again. So it's almost like an insult to a girl if you basically imply that you would just like to have sex, because in their head they're thinking, why wouldn't you commit to me? It's like a matter of respect and etiquette. Next reason is the experts, the female dating experts. If you've read any female dating books, the number one advice, the dominant prevailing idea that has the female dating world in its grip is hold out having sex as long as possible. who would buy the cow when you give the milk away for free? And so women have this idea in their head. Maybe it doesn't even make sense to them. They're like, hey, that's what the experts say. And they're just like, I'm not supposed to have sex because that's what guys respond to. That's how I'm going to get a relationship. That's how I'm going to get a commitment. If I just have casual sex, the guy's not going to respect me. He'll never call me again. I'll never have a chance of seeing him again. Because as soon as he gets what he wants, why would he have any interest in me? I mean, it's a very effed up mentality, I think. But that is the prevailing advice in the female dating world. So that also is dissuading them a lot. All right, guys, number 8, I think, is really at the heart of it all. And that is that women have an evolutionary instinct to seek a relationship, because a relationship is basically the instinct to get a guy to deeply and emotionally bond and commit to her so that he will stick around to raise their offspring. So this is a big subconscious driver of why women don't want just casual sex. They want to take actions that will cause him to emotionally bond and commit to her. And also, furthermore, this evolutionary instinct also, I think, creates this really intense desire for romance, which is basically this concept of being courted, of being earned, of being won, of being picked. And this is almost the antithesis of casual sex and just living in the moment. Romance is a guy earnestly, ardently pursuing her, overcoming obstacles, and doing anything for her alone out of so many other beautiful women. And it's that desire to have him see something special in her that he can only get from her, and therefore he needs her. And that really plays into basically her arousal in the bedroom as well. Number 10 is the influence of an extremely damaging and pervasive myth that women can't biologically or physiologically have casual sex because, like, women are made differently, and the oxytocin they feel when they have sex, like, bonds them, and then they fall in love, and then they get hurt. So if you want to be, like, self-destructive and damage yourself, then have casual sex. And my friends told me this, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's not true, but it scares women, and it seems to be true for other reasons. The number 11 reason is just basically that women on average do have a lower sex drive than men, and also many of them are on birth control, which lowers your sex drive as well. Number 12 is many women do not want to develop like a high body count, and they want to maintain this self-image of themselves as kind of like innocent and high value, and they think that, you know, not sleeping around will make them more attractive to men, make them a more eligible candidate. So those are some of the reasons that women don't just see this appealing prospect of, hey, let's just have fun together tonight, and then let's live for the moment, and let's share a moment together, and it was beautiful while it lasted, and let's move on. Because as you can see, they have all these different attitudes and beliefs, which perhaps men don't know about, working against them, and many of them for quite good reason. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you actually ever wondered about this question yourself, or if this is like totally obvious to you.